Welcome to S Rank, the podcast, now in color. On this show, we rank random things on an S through F tier list, but we don't know what's coming next, and we only get one swap. This is the most dangerous game. I'm Devin, and with me to create this list is Ethan.
Oh, I forgot. For a second there, was like, is my name David? How does that work? No, I'm Ethan. All right, good.
Yeah, you're the Ethan character.
Right.
We have actually, these are our stage names.
Right.
We picked just one singular name too. We didn't add a cool
we're a
last
collective,
name or anything.
You know what I mean? So we're just one voice together.
Right.
But I'm happy to be here in part and in whole.
That's good because we'll need the whole parts and wholes of you. We have our 7 generators here. We'll be starting with our random people. As you can see here, we have Ulysses S. Grant, the president and war hero for the Union. Arguably one of the top 5 presidents, some say. You can
I didn't realize he was the president.
Yes, he was. He was after, his name after Lincoln, that guy. He was after him.
Okay.
He was in charge of a lot of parts of Reconstruction. Some can argue he failed when he didn't kill enough Confederates, or any.
Yeah, I would argue that.
40 acres and a mule should have happened. Maybe things would be a lot different in today's age. Anyways, we're going to be going through 7 here. These 7 generators. There's 14 spots on our list. You can see in the middle here. You'll figure it out as we go. As of right now, the spots in the tiers don't matter. We're just putting them in the tiers. We've already had some tough lists. I feel like we've won some, we've lost some.
Right.
Hoping we win this one though, and it really does matter. I won't say how, but it does. Let's start with.
It's so dumb, but yes, it does really matter. In ways it's hard to really convey. If we lose this again, bad shit happens.
You just gotta trust us. That's all I gotta say. Let's start with our first one. Like I said, random people. It's a tradition now. We start with a random person. Started with what's her name from Monica from Friends?
Yes.
Not Monica Lewinsky from.
That was my joke from that episode.
But Monica from Friends was our first. Let's see who we get. I was hoping we get Ulysses S. Grant. I would probably put him an A. Peyton Manning. Okay. Our first athlete. Right. No, that's not true. We've had other athletes, some that we didn't know of, but I know you've heard the name Peyton Manning. I know you're not a big sports guy, but you've heard of one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Okay. He's a local hero here in Denver because he did play in Denver after playing in Indianapolis. He had a career resurgence in Denver. He did
in a lot of commercials.
Last game, he won a Super Bowl. He's
been
in a lot of commercials.
One of the few football players who the media has decided there's enough charisma here to make a star of our products, even though I don't think he has any charisma. Sorry.
You're more of an Eli fan.
I am more of an Eli Roth fan, and I hated that Borderlands movie of the Mannings.
I'll say, as a Ravens fan, we've had some bouts with this guy, and I didn't like him at the time.
We put Nazis on the list before. F is sitting there.
I'm not saying he's that bad. I think he's, I haven't heard any too much bad. I think he had the one issue. I guess I don't know if I should even use that word. I think he had something when he was in the University of Texas. I don't remember what it was. I don't want to talk about it any further, but I remember it being something with harassment or something like that. In terms of negatives.
Sure.
On the field, like I said, one of the best to ever do it. 2-time Super Bowl winner.
But I don't care.
Pro Bowl. You don't care about those things. I'm just throwing everything out so people understand the context.
I understand.
I think, because I'm afraid of how some of our other lists have went, is that we either sometimes go too low or too high, and then we screw ourselves.
Yes.
And we try to. So I always think the first one is kind of where is our. I think the good strategy right now has been we put it at C. That's our median. Where he's just kind of he's been in commercials. He's been entertaining in the commercials, for generally speaking. For me, he's been entertaining on the sports entertainment level in terms of him playing the sport. I know he had a show on ESPN that I watched a couple episodes of where he interviewed old football stars, which was fun. I'm okay putting him at C because he's kind of just
personally. I don't think he's a bad dude or anything like that. So I naturally wouldn't put him any lower than C. So if you're also gonna say C, then we might as well. Is it?
I think that's just a good. It's Peyton, Peyton.
See, I have a cousin who's an AY, not an EY.
So he wasn't named after Peyton Manning.
She. 2 N's?
She wasn't named after. Yes.
Okay.
2 N's.
Okay.
Peyton Manning. Yeah, like I said, like he's kind of a local hero. He has his own car dealership, I think. Or no, that's Elway. That's the other guy. But he's here. I haven't seen him. I hope to see him at the grocery. If I saw him at the grocery store, I'd be like, "Hey, Peyton Manning, can I get a pic?" You'd be like, "Okay." On to our next thing, random object generator. Random object generator. We've gotten some pretty unique stuff here, as this button says, unique. I think we've gotten ones where it's more of like subject matters rather than just as simple as this example here, Matchbox. But we'll see what we get. Mug.
Here's the thing about mugs. I'm assuming it's like the thing you drink out of and not the brand of root beer or something else.
Or the verb to mug.
Oof.
Mugging.
I mean, I would put that at a C personally if it was the verb. If we're talking about the object, the noun, a mug, I think they are extremely overrated, but I also do not drink coffee or tea. And though that is the primary
hot chocolate
vessel. It's been years. I'll leave it at that. They are very fragile in nature. Granted, they're not made of glass, but they're ceramic, and they're not a cylinder. They have a handle, which means you put enough of them in the dishwasher. Whoopsies, you might pinch one and it cracks in the heat. Uh-oh. Now you have a mug you can't really use. You got to hand wash that bitch, and no one wants to hand wash. I have a glass sitting on the sink. It's been there since I moved. I have to hand wash it. I don't want to do that.
A pot, though.
Oh, for a plant?
Yeah.
I have this bean growing in my thing. That's a David thing. I don't know if you've been to his apartment. He's got a bunch of little plants on his windowsills. He's got a little garden going. It's lame. Dave and I recorded a redacted thing for redacted series, and in the middle of this, his girlfriend's twin sister comes and asks if she can have some of whatever like herb was growing in his thing in the middle of our thing. That's leaving awesome. All of that in there, by the way, because it's just David being like, I guess I don't want her to take it. But it's not her asking, it is his girlfriend asking him on her behalf, and like, what is he gonna use? Like, I can see all of the conundrums. That is what you're suggesting a mug goes through. I feel like mugs are
to defend
overrated.
Mugs more.
I don't know.
Mugs, you can. To me, I'd argue they're actually a form of art because you can make them in different appearances, shapes, and sizes. You can make your own out of clay. You could buy one at the store. That's your standard one. I have one that I still have from when I was a kid that has a freaking pink T-Rex on it, and it's painted blue, and it says Devin on the bottom of it because it's mine. And that's pretty cool. And I don't even drink hot liquids that often. I do like a chai, but I usually prefer ice. But in the winter, I do use my mugs. I think they're a useful tool for because how else do you drink in hot stuff?
Your hands,
you know.
Listen, I also hate soup, so I'm not really doing any hot liquids. You know what I mean?
You could put soup in the mug.
There are people who eat like mac and cheese out of mugs. I think that's very trendy, like Tumblr-esque.
Is that what the kids are doing?
I don't know, but
how about the? I mean, does it move you in any direction over Peyton Manning?
I would say. Now, I don't want to metagame this. I don't want to leave one C spot.
We always said
left.
It every episode, and then we wind up metagaming anyway.
After 90 years, we got to start, I guess. I don't know. Why don't you tell me where you want to put mug, and I'll let you know if I'm just gonna go with it.
I was gonna put it at C, but we have so much space. I'm afraid to do that because I did talk like how I like it, like I said, as an art thing or like a personality. Like, hey, like this mug represents me. But I also don't drink that much hot liquid until the winter.
We could always do the thing
and
where
Payne Manning, if me putting Payne Manning at C was more of just say like, if it was my personal list, he'd probably be in a B.
Really?
But I think just on our list, I was like, I'm fine just putting him in average. I want to put it at C because like mug is kind of like that, but based off the scale, maybe it's a B. So I did say more good than bad about it.
I was willing to actually suggest B only because a mug is, I'm going to say, is useful, and therefore the other thing on our list isn't useful. Not necessarily a nice thing to say, but like there are things that are useful for a mug, and people do like it, and people love making their coffee and whatnot. It's not for me, but, and I think they're overrated. I can see people be like, this is S. I'm just sitting there in my chair, and I got my mug, and it's got a pink dinosaur on it, and it's blue, or whatever, and I'm blah, 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 and it's the best thing ever. Like, there are weirdos out there. It is my name on the bottom. I got it from the Storm
There's a chance we could
Play.
get a lot of negative stuff on this list, and it might become an S spot. It's possible. Pizza near me was S.
And the pizza near me is S+. All right? Why don't we put it at B, and we'll do what we always do and say we can always use our one swap.
We can, and we'll see. One of the other episodes we did, we ran into trouble where we wanted to swap a couple, and that's when we knew we lost. Yeah. Like I said, consequences
have actions.
All right, our next one, at dailyobject_ on Twitter.
Right.
Constantly posting every day. It's on day 1018. You can see here Superman ice cream. It's the current daily object as of 4 hours ago. We're going to roll a dice out of 12. And then we're going to scroll to that.
Okay.
12. So we're going to 12. And if we get a repeat from another episode, I'm okay. We do it again. But we'll see.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, Kool-Aid.
Listen, we had a conversation before recording this about sugary drinks.
Cherry flavor. I'm just using this photo. This is the cherry, but it says 30% less sugar than leading regular soda.
What's the word? What's the text in the tweet?
It does say Kool-Aid.
Okay, so I'm taking that as all Kool-Aid. All Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Because that's the image that they found for Kool-Aid. There is no, like, Kool-Aid flavored Kool-Aid. They have to pick one for the image, to be fair.
True.
Although I feel like the grape or orange is more of the standard Kool-Aid than cherry, but...
he's red normally, so I feel like I would think of cherry.
Okay, he's Kool-Aid also fake, and Kool-Aid is real.
We don't know that.
You can summon him right now. You know how. If it doesn't work, then you know he's not real. No, all goofs aside, Kool-Aid is fantastic. Kool-Aid when I couldn't have soda as a child, Kool-Aid was the next best thing, and it was a good next best thing. To me, this is a solid A. I really feel like Kool-Aid is delicious. Now, have I had Kool-Aid at all in the past decade? I don't think so.
I was gonna say that's the one negative for me is like I really haven't had. Like, at least not to my knowledge.
I feel like I've had Kool-Aid-like things. Like, I had in my freezer...
I haven't bought Kool-Aid in probably 15 years.
I've had in my freezer... They're gone now, but I had these Skittles brand, probably slightly flavored in relation to Skittles, ice pop thingies. And I'm like, all these is Kool-Aid that's just frozen, right? With not a lot of sugar in them because the whole box was like $2 for like 24 of these things in them, right? So I feel like I've had a lot of Kool-Aid adjacent things, but still Kool-Aid rings out in my brain as like, that is the primo thing. That is the Coca-Cola of like powdered mixed drinks. You know what I mean? It's not Country Crock Lemonade or Country Fair, whatever it is. You know, like this is that step up. It's Kool-Aid. I think it's A.
I think I agree with you. I think the one, like I said, the one negative is like I really haven't had it though in 15 years because you grew out of it. But it doesn't mean we can't rank things
Right.
on nostalgia.
I used to watch a lot of Barney as a child. I grew out of that, but Barney's still a G. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd still probably put Barney B or A for sure. I'm okay putting this A because based off, I feel like we haven't got too many things that like really hit the nostalgia. Yeah, I think if anything, I would say this is probably at least one of the most nostalgic things that we've gotten so far in this show. Because I used to go crazy. Yes, okay. I used to, as a kid, if I went crazy. This is disgusting, but it's the sugar. It doesn't matter. I'd mix the flavors to see what I can create.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like I would do like the blue and the red. It'd be like it's
now,
grape
were
now,
you getting
which
the
is not true.
Or were you getting like what the picture
packets.
Is? For me, it was a lot of packets as well. But every now and then,
my mom would buy this once in a while.
But then you need to put your own sugar
Costco
in it,
or something.
I think, right? You had to like.
Yeah, add a little bit of your own sugar and do like one of the scoops. But I would do two because I'm normal, and I wanted that full.
Fuck, maybe I'm
cherry.
buying Kool-Aid. I just talked about how I
honestly
purposely avoid
don't know.
Sugar drinks.
I'm scared
all.
It would make me like if I made it how I was a kid, I probably would get sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey Siri, remind me Friday at noon to buy some Kool-Aid.
Pretty affordable though. I think Kool-Aid's competition now is like all the little like. The Mio liquids and all those kind of things.
And energy drinks in general because they're that's like acceptable for kids now. You know what I mean? In a way that like wasn't
we were part
before.
of the era where I feel like kids were starting to be allowed to have like Monster Energy and like all those.
I remember
Rockstar.
5th or 6th grade.
Rockstar.
We're in the lunch cafeteria at school, 5th or 6th grade, and some girl, I don't even remember who, has a Red Bull. And I was like, how? Like, you can't have that.
I know.
I also thought it was alcoholic, but
also,
you know what I mean?
Also there was I remember one guy who would drink a Rockstar or Monster like for like a week every day or something, and he kept bragging about it, and then he was like, dude, I'm fucking off the wall right now, and would purposely like be over this. I'm like, no, you're not.
You're a kid. You have energy. Like, you don't need this.
You're acting out. You're acting out. Settle down.
This is for attention.
And then I remember when I had my Rockstar, I was like, okay, is this how going to be? I was like, no, I just feel a little jittery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, definitely better
potentially,
than a mug.
Depending how this list falls, we might. There's a chance we could move it up.
There's a chance. We only have one swap.
We have one swap. But S deserves... I always want to get S correct. Like, I don't want to... That's when I know we really failed. And like I said, consequences. That's when we really fail, is if we do not get the S spot.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we do that. All right, now to random nouns. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Growth. Concept of growing. We were talking about Kool-Aid and how we grew out of it. Growth could be beautiful, but also could be stressful. Being an adult, you're like, man, I did have it good when I was a kid. And as a kid, I was like, man, I can't wait to grow up and drive my car and buy cigarettes. All those kind of things you were looking forward to. And then you realize you got older. It ain't all fun and games. But there is some fun and games.
There is some video
So
games,
the concept of growth. Also growth can apply to that potted that mug that you weren't using anymore, and you put the bean plant in.
Sure. I would say growth is one of those tragic things about life, and the fact that it's always a thing that happens. Where you cannot stop it. It's the literal immovable object of time. And while yes, there's you can visualize the beautiful sprout bursting through the dirt and becomes a tree in 100 years, and blah blah blah, and you can also be like this beautiful little baby grows into a fine young man who supports our military or whatever. My
baby's all grown up.
Yeah, and he's in the military now, and he's making my country profitable off of oil.
He's fighting them WMDs, dude.
Yeah. He's definitely not like, whatever. None of us served. None of us served. You and I haven't served. I shouldn't make a statement about everyone.
No one's ever served, actually.
No.
Hot take.
All your outfits are ugly. No serving there. I feel like this is maybe this is a weird take, but I think this is such a neutralic... That's not a word. Such a neutral way of the universe. That that I
It has its pros and its cons.
It is just a thing. It's the way it is. I feel like it needs to be C. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
I mean, I think I'm more higher on it because I have to be, because I have my own anxieties about time passing, especially post-COVID, something I've really struggled with, in fact. So I've tried to like really be like, well, there's a beauty to it, right? Like we were talking about, like there is an element of looking back. We wouldn't be able to have the nostalgia about Kool-Aid without growing up. We'd be still drinking Kool-Aid, which could be cool, don't get me wrong, but then we don't experience other things.
Yeah, and then we growth into death. It's literally a march. It's a forced march, a treadmill into the Reaper's embrace. And
but would you argue that forces us to enjoy the things we have?
Right, good and bad.
Like Kool-Aid.
Good
so I
and
think
bad.
For me,
it's a neutral state of the universe as Peyton Manning is. That's the only way.
Peyton Manning in taxes.
Nah. Taxes are bad.
Life Peyton Manning in taxes. I'm personally wanted to put it at B, but I get where you're coming from, and I just looking at this list. If anything, mugs are more like theoretically a mug could last forever, and I guess that. But like I said, sometimes lasting forever isn't good. Sometimes the story needs to end.
I'd rather live forever than die. I don't know. I'd rather live forever than die. You want to die? Fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. But then you get the vampire situation, then,
So then what, I'm hot? All the vampires in fiction are hot. Or
including
they're
Nosferatu.
Well, or they're like made into monsters, but you know what I mean? And that's a different
Count Orlok is woo-wee.
Count Dooku. He was
Christopher Lee was a vampire.
Because he was Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Speaking of growth, Christopher Lee, even in the 70s, looked older. And I was actually very impressed every time I watched a movie.
So it was good that he did not growth into something else. You're right. Oh, man, this dog died of this cancerous growth. That sucks. Growth is C. Unless you're really strong about it being higher.
Let's put it at C. I think you're fair. It's neutral. I think it's always it's a coin. It's like the side of the coin where it's like it's great that you're able to grow, but then the negative is the time is fleeting.
Plus, I mean, it's hard, and I have to sometimes face consequences for decisions, and I don't like that.
It's true.
Peter Pan.
Some of us grew up watching Peyton Manning, so let's put it at C.
And some of us grew up drinking Kool-Aid out of a mug.
Probably. Because the mug was always... Anyways, the next one, one of my favorite ones. We have Wikipedia here. Once again, shout out to Samuel Belamy, aka Black Sam, pirate. We're gonna do a random article here. We've gone some really F tier shit, and we've gotten some I think that's middle of the road. So we'll see what we get here. Maybe this is S. Maybe this is S right here. All right, we get a guy that we don't know of. I'll be shocked if you know this guy, but Diode Anum Yamo, born in May 6, 1954. He's still alive.
Okay.
He's from Ghana. He's a journalist.
Okay.
And politician. He's a member of the 6th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana.
Okay.
I don't know anything about... He's also a member of the National Democratic Congress. I don't know if that is a good institution. I'm not too familiar.
It couldn't be as worse as the Nazis, because remember, we did once have a literal Nazi.
He contested for the 3rd time on the ticket of the NDC and won. But it's a pretty small article here. He has a Bachelor of Science degree, but in journalism in 1981. He's married and has 5 children, so he's a wife guy. I don't know anything about the National Democratic Congress of Ghana. Still, it's only founded since 1992. It's only 33 years old here. Internationally, NDC is a member of the Progressive Alliance and a Socialist International. Okay, so they're left-leaning.
Okay.
So I think that's a W.
So he's
I think we'll take that.
A semi important political figure on the left in Ghana. Okay. Okay.
Social Democrat. I should have just read the top. It's a social democratic political party. Yeah. So they're your normal kind of like a lot of the more progressive European countries. For here in America, this would be like
Nancy Mace would say shoot on sight.
Yeah, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Our founding fathers are rolling in their graves. Yes, I mean, somewhat. Like I said, I don't know what he's voted for or whatever, but he's seems to be left leaning, and more left leaning compared to our average Democrat in America. Yeah. So I guess that already makes him by default like Bernie Sanders. Yeah, maybe even farther left.
I guess to me, I would be leaning towards a B then, just because we don't really know him all that well, but it seems like that. Can you post his name in our little thing there? So.
Yes, I got you. But I mean, but also like I think if it was someone like Bernie, I think we would rank him higher than a B. But since we don't know,
you're assuming I like Bernie.
True.
But are you kind of with me on
I think B because we don't know enough, and this is just going off of the little information we have. He isn't a name I recognize, so I don't think he's like he's not in the wider scope of like recognized socialist leaders or anything like that. But
Kool-Aid is better.
Kool-Aid's pretty good. Yeah, let's put him at B. I think that's fine for now.
Okay. All right.
Now
we're pretty top heavy here, or bottom heavy,
which is pretty good because I think in the past we've started low and then we're like, I guess this is good.
But we have a 1C left, 1A, and we have the titular S rank position.
We do. Now we go to our plow driver, 100 random things I see on the Giant Bomb website. We're going to do a 1D 100 here.
Okay. 1D 100. Got
48. 48. So we're just going to Control F to that one right quick here, folks.
I feel like we've gotten this one before.
No, we have not. We have not gotten fried chicken.
Fuck.
I already know this is going to be tough. Because like if we went to KFC, I don't eat chicken on the bone. I never could do that. But as someone who's mostly vegetarian, I'm not gonna say I'm full vegetarian because I do eat meat about once a month. And if I do though, it is chicken. But it ain't really fried chicken. At least not what this picture to me. Like when I think of fried, like I'm saying like on the bone, like the whole thing. I don't eat fried chicken like that. I've had fried chicken like nuggets.
Okay.
But I know it's an American tradition. So
it's a universal tradition. Like it's weirdly older than any civilization on this planet. People have been frying chicken on other planets since before United States, Great Britain, or even this entire planet was even inhabited by life forms. Fried chicken is that important? No. Fried chicken's really good. I love it a lot. Obviously, I love it a lot. I personally am not that much of a wing guy because what I'm seeing, like, are those drumsticks? I can't tell. For my view, the image is very small.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, that works. That's better. I will say, yes, I do enjoy eating fried chicken off the bone like that. It is a little bit messy, but that's like the only downside. Well, and the health reasons are the other downside. But it is literally one of those like American, I don't even know about other countries, but just American like food staples. You would say a burger, a hot dog, the pizza, and the fried chicken. You might say a bagel or some sort of other baked good, a pie, American apple pie. But if we're being real here, we're having dinner we're going on over. Fried chicken, you're saying yes. You know what I mean? You're saying yes. And yes, I eat meat. I understand I'm generalizing here about the rest of the people of this country, assuming that they are on board with that. But I feel like this hamburgers and hot dogs exist in that tier above any of this, like, well, I do this, or I do this, or I do this, or I do this. It's fried chicken. either you love it or you don't, but you have to respect it. It is up there. Now, am I really going to sit here and be like, this is S rank? Because
I think for some people,
absolutely
would be. Absolutely. I think this would be a no-brainer.
We had an episode in which pizza near me was S rank. Now, we are not ranking everything that we've ever ranked amongst each other, but I certainly fucking love pizza more than fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I also 100%. Love hamburgers more than fried chicken. I also love pasta
good burger.
More than fried chicken. But fried chicken is always a yes answer. Do you want? Yes. Hey, I'm going to have some. Yes. I'm already there. I understand you said tomorrow. I'm here now. So that's where it's at for me. I guess personally, maybe it's just because I feel like it would pair very well with a nice glass of cherry or tropical punch Kool-Aid. But I'm seeing an A in fried chicken. Certainly not a C. I feel like that's unconstitutional to give it a C.
It's funny is because we're from upstate New York, most of Buffalo, but Rochester too we're known for wings, which to me is different than fried chicken. Like those are two different things. And I want to make sure we differentiate those two. But, like we're known, and then up there, you're known for the wings. And I always had like the boneless ones here and there, but actually recently I had them when I was back up there. I tried some sauces I haven't tried before, and I'm kind of mad at myself that I'm like, man, lived here like growing up my whole life, and I never tried any of these sauces because I was too big of a picky eater. Then I had also Wild Wings there, Buffalo Wild Wings, like the chain, and like we had those at one point. And I had this like the one that like something I don't remember what it was, garlic something, and I don't know, it was fucking amazing. And I'm like, damn, there is a game to this. But then I'm like, when I think of fried chicken, I'm like, man, I haven't really, because I don't eat it off the bone. So I feel like I don't know if I've ever technically even had fried chicken. But like you said, I do respect the game. We did a whole, not in this channel, but we did twice. We did a, KFC.
Oh, right.
Stream, or I don't know. Well, the first time we didn't do a stream, but we stayed up. We got like a bucket of chicken nuggets. And we did Mario Maker till like 2 a.m. in like 2014 or 15, whatever that was. And that was awesome. And that wouldn't have been possible without Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is what I think of. So I'm okay putting this at A. It's a long-winded answer to just say I think the legacy is there. Even if it's not something... It's like LeBron James ain't on my team, but you gotta respect it. Like LeBron is LeBron, you know? Peyton Manning.
On our lunch break, when we worked together at that Kmart together for like 3 months, we would take our lunch break across the street at the KFC parking lot and eat fried KFC.
Hell yeah.
And it was a fantastic experience, and I hold it. It was also the summer of Pokemon Go, so it really helped out there.
It was a year. It was like an interest. It was just like you couldn't really replicate it now.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be the same, but
you
just had to be there. Now we go to another one of my favorites. Shout out to Leia, because she's made us a list of 125 random things that she loves, and there's a good assortment here. And we've had some good ones from this. We're going to roll a 1D 125. Here we go. 125. I don't know I think we've gone 124 before, but I don't think we've gone 125.
I thought we had right at the end before, but not.
Yeah, we had Young Justice 124 before, but this time we get YouTube.
Now, do we bite the hand that feeds? YouTube today, as of this recording, folks at home, I was doing a big, long marathon stream of a video game, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, that had just come out. And, man, the YouTube studio was giving me plenty of trouble. And days prior, we were like, "Hey, we're gonna stream Liza P. Oh, it's also doing this other stream I had scheduled at the same time. I don't understand. It tried doing that to me again the next day. I had to delete some things, and I have to put them up later. Personal grievances. We lament how here on this channel, we'll put up a short. It'll do great immediately, and then just plateau instantly. And we feel like there's algorithmic trickery behind the scenes to try to encourage creators to create controversial, negative, or very trendy, topical, real-world things that create strife and anger on the platform for engagement, because people will watch things when they're angry, and they will, more so than they will watch things when they are happy or enjoying the thing. It is just the weird, sad thing about nature of the human mind. That being said, YouTube, on the other end of this, to say you don't have a YouTube channel, and you're like, I like watching YouTube. That's great. YouTube is fantastic. It is literally almost a Library of Congress of things in which you could watch on demand, if not more so, whether they be entire things people have put up online that are copyrighted works, and it's like, well, I'm watching this TV show or this movie or this anime or this cartoon or this whatever. Cool. Maybe it's people's original stuff, and that's how you grow into liking new things and experiences. I watched so many videos of the lock-picking lawyer, and I have no interest in picking a lock, but I liked watching his stuff. I watch plenty of YouTube videos of that dude who camps in places he really shouldn't have, and every now and then he puts up a video being like, my wife's dead, and it gets way more views because that's how sad this world is, where people want to watch a video of a guy who's just giving a status update being like, hey, this is why there aren't that many uploads, because I'm going through a tough time right now, and but I'm fine financially or whatever. And that's just the awful way that the algorithm's like, this will bring us a lot of the content. Do I like all that stuff? Is this how I fell in love with the types of people that are doing things that I want to do? Absolutely. But let's not kid ourselves here, Devin. YouTube. All of it is one gigantic way in which to make Alphabet, the company that owns Google, a shit ton of money. Whether it's constant ads or a subscription, I pay for YouTube Premium out of spite. I forget I pay for you. I literally do not remember it exists until I see on a bank statement that $13 or $15 or however much it is.
I think it's 15 now.
Fuck. Yeah. But like, what's the alternative? Watching commercials? What is this, cable? That's not the way it works. I need to watch this guy's video essay for 4 hours. How dare they interrupt me to make some money? But YouTube does so much awful nonsense to keep awful people on their platform, to keep people in their common fields, because then it makes engagement. Because hey, I'm going to go reply to this thing, and that's another view on a video with an ad. And yes, like, there's so much awful shit on the platform that YouTube could take care of, but they choose not to. And that is as much what YouTube is as the best parts of YouTube, which is this channel, like and subscribe. I cannot sit here and give this the fucking S, because it is the only spot above C that's left. I can't do that. Fuck that.
But do we have something in the wrong spot?
What do you think about YouTube first?
I mean, my initial reaction when I saw it was like, yeah, S, easy S. I'm not gonna lie, easy S. But it's because, like, when I think about it, if you took away YouTube, I don't know if we would be doing this. I don't know what kind of stuff I'd be watching and how I would even be watching it. YouTube is my television. I have an antenna only to watch the Ravens games if they're on CBS.
Right.
In my local area, which is like twice a year. And then maybe like the Super Bowl, and then the shitty Vegas the ball drop for New Year's. Like, it's pretty limited.
Okay.
It's different here in the different time zone when New York happens. It's like, oh, but like we're not there yet.
Yeah,
and then they do the LA one, which is hype. But then like all like for like the Midwest and mountain times, it's just like Vegas, sure. And you're like, whatever. You know, Vegas is Pacific time. They'll do like another, I don't know, whatever. They always do the channel there. But anyways, YouTube. Is it one of those things that, despite all those negatives, and those are very valid negatives, what it's brought us in entertainment and like just memories or just creative energies is that it is the hub. Like, there is no Twitch without YouTube.
It's the hub. I think it's a different website, Devin.
It is the hub in a
is
non-pornography way.
Right.
Like, it was a place to upload your videos, even if it was just for your friends. It is,
Yeah.
and it's free to do so. Twitch,
Yeah.
we were talking about before we got on, we're like, oh, you remember how Twitch made it so you can only have like 100 hours on your stream, and that screws over a lot of like the non-big streamers who don't have the time or data or whatever space on their computer to save their stuff. Oh, we'll just put it on YouTube, just because everything on the internet, like storage video wise, revolves around YouTube, and YouTube is the place to be. Whether it's you're doing it for work, you're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And you can search almost anything on there, and you can go back 10 years ago. I'll say YouTube is like my go-to for like, I'm my favorite bands are doing like a live show and they'll put it on YouTube. I can watch it on YouTube. That's cool. You don't get that 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
We are an entire generation of people who make sure that they have something on YouTube while they're eating. You know what I mean? Like,
so I just feel like the benefits outweigh heavily compared to the and I get you though, where it's like there's so many awful people on YouTube, but that's like, if we focus on the negative, that's true. But there's also so many great people on YouTube who do so many great things for free. Some people don't even do it for Ethan and Devin on the S Rank the podcast. But no, I mean, like, there's people who just, I follow one channel that once a month uploads they like animate and paint this scene of like, whether it's like seaside cafe, Calm by Nature is their name, and it's just someone who does it for fun. They just do it once a month. They've been doing it the last 3 years, and with all the AI slop, like, I can find these channels, subscribe to them, and if I want, I can give them a little money on their, their little PayPal or whatever. But they just do it for the love of the game, because and they like that people enjoy it. You can find community through it, and I don't think you get things like Twitch or any of the other like, streaming services where a regular person can upload something. In a vacuum, anyone could theoretically just do shit on YouTube. Yeah, and there's many how-to help videos. Oh my god!
Sure.
I had to watch a video to put the screw in, or take the screw out of my tire last night, just to double check. I was making sure
you what to do.
I know, but I made just to watch the video just to make sure. You need a visual example. You can do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many benefits. I think there's way more benefits than cons.
Yeah,
I kind of want to put an S because of it has like changed a lot of online media in the current day and age. Like, we are in that ripple effect still. But maybe we put it at an A, but that means something's got to move an A. Or it's got to be a B, but then something's got to move out of B. But I feel like B's too low. We can always put an S and move it.
I will say this. As far as like evolution of the internet is concerned, I feel like Web 2.0 starts with YouTube. That like, hey, I made a thing, it's here, you can watch it, type of thing. Because that's the before social media era of the internet, and it was happening there. Yeah, like I made a joke about it being the Library of Congress of everything.
Yeah,
but
if YouTube got deleted tomorrow, I think it would unironically, like, systemically change our society. I know that's crazy to say, but if YouTube just tomorrow was just gone.
Yeah, and now that's a question of like, hey, maybe there should be others also doing this thing.
Which is fair. But even in the concept of YouTube, like a place where like everyone knows what YouTube is or has used YouTube, from your grandmother to your 5-year-old cousin.
Listen, I feel like our points have been made, and it's very rare for me to be convinced that I'm wrong and be like, oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm wrong about something frivolous like this. It's not like it's a political thing. To be clear, I think you're right now. I think you're right. But I guess my whole thing was just wanting to make sure that it isn't just a like, yeah, YouTube is just the stuff I watch and the breadth of the things available. It is also the corporation and their decisions and their end goals. And all that stuff is in there. We can make YouTube a better place. Like and subscribe. So yes, I'm gonna say sure. We'll put YouTube in the S tier. Maybe something changes. Maybe something changes and we have to do a swap.
We're halfway through the game, and
but if
we
we're
have
gonna
a
keep
lot.
it here,
We have a lot of D, E, and F.
Yeah, if we're gonna keep it here in the S tier, I just want to make it clear: YouTube, please give us money. We did this. Give us some money. All right, YouTube.
We kiss the hand that feeds us.
Not talking to you, the audience. I mean, if we're gonna put it in the S tier, we might as well go all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'll make my own play button out of clay if you need it. We'll have it sitting somewhere next to the skeleton.
Out of clay. You can use the mug. You can recycle the clay and make it into a YouTube thing. I wonder how much those go for. Like if you could sell those.
People have sold like Emmys and Oscars and stuff. Which
just depends on who you are.
Yeah, sad.
Speaking of who you are and who we are not, random people. Here we go. James Stewart. Where have I heard this name before?
Is he a race car driver? He looks like he's an entertainer from the 40s.
Like the 60s. I'm going to say 60. That's in color. Let me just look Google. I know we don't want to Google too much, but it says movies. 1935, 1991. His name is familiar. What has he been in? Let's look at his IMDb here.
He's okay, I see it. Tale. He's an actor.
Vertigo. Okay, he was in Vertigo. Anatomy of a Murder. It's a Wonderful Life. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. It's a lot of 30s, 50s big hits here. He was American Tail. He was Wiley the Voice. Jimmy Stewart Show. 24 episodes, not too long. Looks like a couple westerns. I'm a fan of westerns, 60s westerns. I've heard of Vertigo's.
He's been in a lot of famous sounding
Vertigo's
things.
What's his name? Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Which is, I haven't seen this movie, but I know it's a very influential movie.
Yeah.
I think we got it. I think this is an easy C because we don't know the guy, but he clearly, had an impact. If he's in Vertigo,
he's in movies that I am
by being in
to
it.
Like. You know what I mean? That I haven't seen. So, like, yeah, of course.
Vertigo is one of the Alfred Hitchcock movies I've not seen, but I know it's very inspirational to a lot of.
I think the only one of his movies I've seen is The Birds.
Haven't seen Psycho?
No.
It's good.
No, I podcast with him.
Hey. Okay, easy C. Easy C.
Yeah.
All right. Random object generator.
Was it STEWERT?
ART. Stu Vart.
Ka-chow.
If he was German. He was Germa or whatever.
What? Lightning McQueen
YouTuber?
is what I was referencing.
Well, I hesitated and I said Jur and I meant German and I was like, oh, Germa. So.
Sure.
Anyways, generate. Hand sanitizer spray. Interesting.
Awful. Useless. Disgusting.
It makes you feel better.
With vaccines and healthcare. No, I mean, how much does the spray versus a gel? Is that what this is?
Yeah, hand and sanitizer spray.
Because I feel like that. I joked obviously about it being useless, but like that is less useful than the like squeeze.
Even if you take spray or gel out of it, like hand sanitizer to me is one of those things. Was like, oh, you feel better if you're like on the go, you're hiking, you're at the airport. You feel a little bit better about eating something with your hands, but it ain't like. There's no way it is as good as washing your hands.
Well, it doesn't
like,
make your hands clean. It makes your hands like it kills the germs, which then you eat anyway. If you wanted to be OCD about it,
right?
Like. If anything, it's weakening your immune system.
I don't think it's like totally misuseful because I know it's used a lot in like healthcare. Like when you're going between patients and stuff like that. And disinfecting is good as a thing to do. Please wash your hands and disinfect, all that good stuff. But there's a lot of hand sanitizers that aren't great. Like, they make your hand feel gross. For me, sometimes it makes it feel worse. So I'm like, no, I'd rather just wash my hands. I'll take the effort to find the bathroom if I can. Especially at an airport, like, I'll wash my hands.
Like, people use it as a substitute for washing hands, and that's bad. And that's like,
yes.
If I'm being honest, besides in the specific areas you're talking about, like in medicine, take that aside, like, no one is really washing their hands and then also sanitizing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless you're touching food, I guess, a bunch. But, like, you're not really doing that. You're doing it instead of washing your hands, which is not the same. I'm willing to put this in D. It's the highest tier we have an empty slot in right now.
I kind of want to put it at... Yeah, I mean, D in the sense, like I said, maybe it helps you feel better about, like I said, like my example of, like, well, I'm not near any, like, way to wash my hands, and I do want to eat this. I'm starving. This is probably better than not doing anything at all.
If your hands are covered in shit, sanitizer's not going to help you get rid of the shit on your hands.
But if you're, like, you know, you were moving your luggage around, and then maybe it was on the floor, and, like, you're like, you're sweating a little bit, you know.
Maybe D is too high.
But E to me has always been, you know, E is, like, bad. When D for me is, like, more bad than good, and I feel like like I said, one of the good things about it is that, like I said, it's better than nothing.
So, yeah, to cut you off real quick, it's not like my PC crashed or anything like that. Why don't we leave hand sanitizer at D and move on to our next thing here?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Back to Daily Object on Twitter. 10. So we don't have to scroll up twice here.
I have a feeling that might be Monopoly.
Nope.
Oh.
Angry Birds Hot Wheels. Not just Angry Birds, not just Hot Wheels. Angry Birds Hot Wheels Daily Object 1009.
I think it's extremely funny that no matter how hard we, I guess, assumed reality wouldn't lead us in this direction, every episode so far has had one Nazi in it. And now the Angry Bird is amongst the ranks of all of the good things we've had on this episode so far. Angry Birds Hot Wheels. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. It's lame. It's lame. It's a shitty looking plastic Angry Bird with wheels. It's not a Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels are cars, not birds with wheels.
Is this the one that goes fast? I don't remember. We watched the Angry Birds movie.
The yellow one goes
most of
fast.
my knowledge.
This is the main one.
This ain't even the...
Yeah.
Do you think this was a tie-in for the movie? That's my question.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this crossover because it doesn't really make sense. This feels... And I think they could have done it better. That's the other issue. It's like this mold could be better. I think he should be driving a car. I think that, like Mario Kart style.
Yep.
I think that would be a little bit more clever. This feels like put the ball, the beak, and the wheels.
Yeah.
Let's put this at...
Let's put it at E.
F?
F? Well, maybe. I know. I
mean, E is bad. F is offensive, but...
Two things need to go there regardless, though.
Right.
It's all relative, I guess, to each other.
I mean, are we confident the rest of the lists generally?
Yeah.
So far?
Angry Birds Hot Wheels is our new number F.
Sure. You gotta remember, folks, the spectrum changes, too, every time. Like, theoretically, we could get 14 really good things, and it just makes the list really tough. Like, an F might be really like an A on your average thing. But... I joked about being offensive. If you watched our video game movie reviews, F is what we consider offensive. And not in a bad way, like a bad movie way, like offended, like. But for this particular example, F is just the spectrum that we're setting ourselves.
Yeah. It's certainly the opposite of YouTube.
That's for sure. Random nouns. Here we go. Note.
Note.
Mm.
You didn't buy enough milk. You didn't put gas in the car. Oh, can you do this and this and this before I come in today? I know you're opening. Oh, you're closing. Can you make sure you do this and this and this? What is a note but an email in person?
I was gonna say note for me is more positive. My issue with notes is if I don't remember that I took a note. Because sometimes I write a note for myself, but if you don't remind yourself about the reminder, it kind of defeats the purpose. So you still have to remind yourself. But notes are helpful. I take notes every day at work. I write cheesy song lyrics in my notepad. I have like probably 150 on my phone.
Wow.
I've notes. I even found notes from like 2014 in a binder recently. I think that's kind of cool to like read notes from your past or from other people's pasts. I see. I have more positive. This is tough because I have more positive.
I was joking, but like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a piece of paper that you wrote a remind me on.
Can we? Oh, fuck.
We would have to, if we want to at C, we'd have to move Peyton Manning down. So I'm not going to move Groth or James Stewart down. I certainly don't think notes are as good as mugs.
See, you were more negative on mug.
I don't know. Maybe I have fun being like, this sucks, this random normal object. You know what I mean?
I think I use notes more than mug, but I don't want to put mug down to D. We can only swap one thing, so I can't swap for the swap, you know? I can't like move mug down, that forces then Peyton Manning or whatever to move down.
Why don't we put note N-O-T-E at D for now?
Yeah.
And hope that our swap is ours only one. Let me put it this way.
I don't want to move our like Gonda socialist either, because like I feel like that's not fair to him.
I'm not that upset if this is where note has to stay. You know what I mean? Like there have been.
I think I would swap note if I have to. I'd probably swap. Wow, swap.
You would swap note.
I would swap note and mug.
Maybe.
If I have to. You know, mug I wouldn't like in that spot, but I would like note way more in B than mug in B, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta choose your...
Sure. Yeah.
You know, if this is an RPG and you're swapping armors, you're like, I really like this armor, but sometimes you just gotta go...
This one nullifies electricity, but this one is just stronger overall. But, like, am I going against electric boss? I don't know.
It also looks cooler, and I don't want to swap that. Luckily,
it's also easier not to go in the menu and change it anyway. You know.
Yeah.
So I read a note, and I remember it for later.
Yeah, I like it there. I'm feeling we might swap it there. We'll see. Wikipedia, random article.
Okay.
Okay, this is wait, hold on. Let me read the full thing. I just see the word pedophile at the top. The Angers pedophile network case is a French criminal case in which 62 people were convicted of sexual abuse committed against 45 children between 1999 and 2002. Some of the accused are parents and grandparents of the victims. Oh my fucking God. Wikipedia, what the fuck is your problem? This is supposed to be just like, what happened to like the train one where it was like a random train station in Britain? Like, not like this is, because this puts us in a conundrum where it's like, oh, they hate that pedophiles got, you know, like I hope that's not what people will, like. We put this,
to me, put this at F. Here's how I'll frame it right now, because I want to put it at F. Here's how I want to frame it right now. The event of catching these people, because I'm assuming that's what a lot of that is about.
Yes,
is a good thing.
This is about the case.
Only because the pedophilia happened in the first place. If it wasn't happening, this wouldn't exist. And to be honest, we would prefer that didn't exist, right?
That's fair.
So that is my reasoning.
I want to put like
it's not like it says Chris Hansen up there. You know what I mean? Like guy who catches better. By the way, he's going after Roblox. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah, good for him.
No, I wanted to put it at F2, but I just don't want if someone saw it just face value, they're like, oh, they're pro pedophile. No.
What did they put in
So,
E? Epstein.
But no, I agree with your logic. That's where my logic was, but my initial fear was, we're.
Wow, I can't believe they put R. Kelly in the S tier. They put stopping pedophiles in F.
Or someone's gonna see the contradiction of that and then see YouTube at the top and they're like, but they're wrong. They don't know the context, so I'm fine putting an F for sure.
You'll have to
for sure. Easy F.
Give
Easy
me some
F.
spelling or paste it in our thing.
Yeah, let me put Anger's Pedophile Network in your DMs.
Great. Which, by the way, that's the reason why I never will ever accept a DM from someone I don't know, especially if this YouTube channel were ever to get big. I do not want some child messaging me. Sorry, it's not happening. If there's a server and you can talk in the public area, then sure. But like, no, I ain't about that life.
Well, I just want to move on as quick as possible. That's easy F. Like I said, maybe we need to add a rule for Nazis and pedophiles.
And aren't you glad that something as pointless as an Angry Bird Hot Wheels toy is tied with it? That we didn't like get stuck putting a person down there?
Because unfortunately, that's now the floor. So yeah, we'll see what we get. I hope we don't get anything else on this list that comes close. So F might be a little skewed in that regard. F might be our biggest pool. God damn it, I'm just moving on quickly from that one. Let's do our giant bomb list. 1D, was it 100?
Yes.
Almost said 50.
What was the guy's
85.
name? Slipknot?
No, not Slipknot. Power something.
Power Dunk? Power Wave?
Okay. Speaking of waves, water. The picture is. Oh, I'm trying to zoom in.
Oh, that's Croc.
Is that Croc?
That's fucking Croc. A remake of that.
It says
Croc
water, but it does say water, and it says object.
Right, so it's just water. I mean, fuck. I mean, that would have to be an S.
Oh, cocaine.
Oh, hold on, though. Water would have to be an S. Because we wouldn't be existing if we wasn't for water, which is a very lame thing to be like.
But we kind of get stuck in like any necessity of life. Then I'd argue growth would have to be S because we wouldn't exist without growing. Like we wouldn't grow from cells or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I think we get stuck in that conundrum or like framing that. It won't make this as fun if we put everything that is survivable at S. I know Pizza Near Me is like a survival thing for me, but but
I'm thinking Tuesday, a week from today, maybe I order a pizza. You know what I mean? Here's my thing.
Water can kill you too, though.
Yeah, did you ever hear about Hold Your Wee for a Wee, the radio contest some local radio did? Have these people keep drinking water. And the last person standing.
It's just
a woman died. Torture. A woman died.
Yeah, I believe it because it's torture.
Yeah. Wild. Here's the thing. Water is boring. I would prefer to be drinking one of these right now. Oh, fuck, it's got Yoda on it, but it's empty, right? It says a CZ.
Ethan wants to drink up Yoda. Confirmed.
Yeah. But it's empty. Instead, I'm drinking water, and this is boring. And I don't like it, but I like it, but I don't like it. Here's the thing.
Refreshing on a hot day.
Absolutely. But so can Yoda. You know what I mean? So can that too. As though the sugar just makes you thirsty more. Here's the thing, though. I would then tend to put it down low. But if we want to get into survivability serious, there are people on this planet who just don't fucking have water in the first place. Gotta need clean water. We all hate taking a shower, and then we all hate leaving that shower once we're in. You know, we all hate dipping into a cold pool, but then we have so much fun in that pool, and maybe we hate cleaning the pool. We're so glad we're able to drink filtered water and not die of diseases at 30 because we need to drink water and the water is dirty.
Yeah, RFK is trying to...
Yeah.
One of our literally things on this show. Canon.
And if you just said the beef tallow. God.
You put me at F tier, and I don't like that.
I'm gonna put a handgun in S tier.
I should have been S because
we only have 2 E's left. So if we want to put water somewhere more appropriate, we'd have to swap.
I think D. I think it's an easy D, actually. Because there's more negatives than positives. Positives we live, yes. But negatives is you can drown in that shit. It can flood shit.
True.
It can be... A lot of water is not drinkable. So
they make
like
for the worst video game levels. You know?
They do. Some of the worst... I hate a lot of water levels, especially in like Sonic. Donkey Kong, you get a pass. Because you have a really good soundtrack.
Well, okay, Donkey Kong is like Mario in that he breathes underwater for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Astrobot, kind of cool. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, water, we wouldn't exist. But like I said, like we can easily just make this game just turn into that. And that's just not...
Fair.
Because all these things could, like, you know... A lot of these things wouldn't exist.
If fried chicken didn't exist, then
you know,
I don't know about humanity. So would you put, if we're gonna do our swap now, are we putting hand sanitizer or note in E so we can have water in D?
Oh, I forget that. Fuck, I want to move note and mug. Is water just bad? Fuck. It's actually harder than I thought. I honestly saw like note and I just saw that as a spot for some reason. Fuck. Let's put it at E for now. I think there's gonna be some hard decisions at the end here. Now I thought we were cooking with this game, and now I'm feeling our lead is our chances of victory is slipping.
And water's not even original. It literally is made up of 2 different things. One of them is doubled. You know what I mean? It doesn't have any original bone in its body. And that one seahorse in that movie was allergic to it. Finding Nemo. I'm H2O intolerant. Seahorse friend of Nemo who kept sneezing.
I remember that joke.
It was a big hit.
We have one spot
Leia's
left.
gonna do us good. She's gonna give us something shitty.
Give us something that we either don't care about or is shitty. I agree. 1D 125, and this time I'll do the start option, so it makes it more dramatic. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna press go. It didn't work. Let me close my eyes again. Hello? Oh, I need to press stop. Never mind. Close my eyes again. 70. It should be on the 3rd page? No, 2nd page. 70. Oh, wait. No, we scrolled too far. 70. I'm trying not to look at the other things because I don't want to get spoiled. Okay. Letterboxd.
Perfect E. Fuck that website. And everyone who's ever used it.
I mean, I've been slacking on it. I'm really bad. I'm always like a month or 2 behind because I watch too much and then I forget and then I have to like backlog. I think it's cool because I do like to know how many movies I watched in the year, or like I can make lists on there. But I don't use it like Twitter or Reddit or any other like social media where I'm actually going on there following people and liking it. It's mostly for me. I do promote it in my movie reviews to maybe
like
if I got more interactions. If I got more interactions, I would maybe go on there and use it as a social thing. But I mostly use it to be like, I like this movie. It was cool. You know what I mean?
And just here's my thing about it. Here's my thing about it. I love the idea of trying to promote media literacy and the idea of trying to understand movies. Just that's what Letterboxd is about, movies specifically. People trying to understand, not just being like, I liked it, I didn't like it. However, so much of that website is people not really doing that. They think that they're being clever or they're being smart or they're being some form of reviewer, that their opinion is like, yep, and they think it, but they're not really doing it. They haven't gone through the growth in that regard to reach that point. Hey, maybe on their journey through Letterboxd they somehow get there. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
there's some reviews.
A lot of that website
I'm,
is
trying
just
to
like
review it, and then there's other ones where I'm like, oh, this was cool in it, and I like that. Oh yeah, Christopher Lee was in it.
And
if you like this, maybe check this out. More of just like, but like I said, like I don't really get an interaction on it, and I don't expect to. But I'm also don't see myself as like I know we've done over 50 video game movie reviews, but at the end of the day, like I don't think I would say I'm kind of a movie buff. I would hope that's my goal, but I also don't think my opinion is bigger and badder than a lot of other people. I don't like it at E though. With all that said, I do not like it at E. I unfortunately am really upset with how the back end of this list has gone.
I think our mistake was just constantly thinking that like, okay, here's the thing. This is a thing for next time. Maybe we don't put a person at C right away because we're like, well, Peyton Manning's fine. Peyton Manning should have been in D. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm thinking Peyton Manning, James Stewart, maybe those are D's because we don't really like. I have probably a little bit more higher on Peyton Manning than you, but just like if we're just ranking, just basically celebrities, like compared that to, yeah, even like water, like I'd be like probably water's above that. Like you know what I mean? Just like
water's above Mug for me, that's for sure. And water's necessary for Kool-Aid, so I'm not sure. Do
we want to use a swap just to put it on paper and try to make this list as best we can? I think we unfortunately lost, which sucks because I think we crushed it B through A or B through S. Like I'm pretty like, yep. Yeah. Even if we swap out Mug.
I kind of want to put Kool-Aid at S. Maybe we'll swap YouTube and Kool-Aid? No. We should use our swap just because there is at least one thing that we would be unhappy with the way if we were to leave it with the way it is right now.
We have to just put our best team forward, basically, is how I look at it. Our best.
Do we want to put water up higher, or do you want to put Letterboxd up higher?
The three I really want to move is Note, Letterboxd, and Water. Those I feel like are all low, which sucks.
And me personally, I'm okay with Note and Letterboxd being where they are. So I don't know. Does that decide Water then moves? And if so, with what? Change it with Mug?
I think we shat on Water because we were trying to really rationalize putting it so low.
We had no real choice besides using a thing.
I'm pretty high on Note over Mug even.
Well, if the
issue with
Mug
water
is lower than Note.
If we swatch water with Mug, yeah, that is lower. That might be our best option. But like I said, I just don't want us to fall into the trap in this game of like air. Fuck, we need to breathe and like.
But water's good though. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of good things about water. Like I'm not even a big beach person, but like if someone said, "Hey, do you want to go to the beach?" I would go because the water's pretty. There's a lot of cool things about water.
Yeah.
I think there is more positives for sure than negatives, and that would fall into B. I don't like Mug down that low, but Note is at least above that though. And I think let's do that. Let's just do Water and Mug, switch it.
Okay.
If you're okay with that.
I'm okay with that. That is the swap. Here we have it. F tier. We have Angry Birds Hot Wheels and Anger's Pedophile Network.
That's weird that we had two like Anger and Angers. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. In the E tier, we have Mug and Letterboxd. In the D tier, we have Hand Sanitizer and Note. In the C, we have Peyton Manning, Growth, and James Stewart. In the B tier, we have Water and Darode Anum Yemo. In the A tier, we have Kool-Aid and Fried Chicken. And in the S tier, we have The Hand That Feeds, YouTube. Like and subscribe. One of these days we should, once we get like, I don't know, 50 episodes in or whatever, if we're still wanting to do this, going through and grabbing all the S tier stuff and putting that into like a randomizer.
a randomizer just for like a one-off episode, just
Every
like
50, that's what we do. Is the 50 is the
oh
special?
yeah, maybe remember that. Hopefully remember that. We always say we have ideas, we throw in an episode, and you say we'll remember it, and then we don't. So hopefully remember this one though.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take a note.
Remember us for us. Well, no, that's what the audience's job is. They're to write it in the comments.
Remember to do at episode 50. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, there's consequences to us losing, and we're gonna have to face them. I don't think we did. I think this is better than our one we did previously.
Yes.
One of the ones we did previously.
Yes. Or we did fail. Yes. I am okay with this. For me personally, none of the things that are lower than C are things I am upset leaving there.
I don't like.
And I think our
like
S and A tier are bangers right now. I'm really happy with those.
Oh yeah, S and A are if this is a baseball team, maybe they can carry us to the playoff. But just like our bottom of the barrel, weirdly enough, I wanted the bottom of the barrel to be way better.
Initially, that's what we were thinking with Angry Birds Hot Wheels.
We're like, oh, it'll be a fun F, but it won't be like whatever,
Yeah.
We keep getting like really fucked up shit. And it's mostly Wikipedia's fault. So maybe one day we'll have to kill Wikipedia. I don't know. Get rid of it off the list. But I also like that it's completely random. We really did have gun.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's now giving us, at least on my count, 2 things. And I'm like, really? Like, why is this even in the algorithm? Like, just eliminate that shit, Like, I was hoping to get, like, I don't know. I was hoping to get Borderlands so that Ethan would have to rank that somewhere.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
There
we have it. Another fine list.
Yeah.
But
folks, let us know.
It might be a bad list, but it's our list.
It is our list. Folks, put down where you would have ranked stuff, either as you're going through the episode or as a retroactive, what do you think would be the most ideal list? Give us both. Those are great. We will look at them and appreciate them. And we will be doing this again probably very soon. This is S Rank the podcast. Like I said, now in full color. Thank you for popping in. We don't have like a good closer for this, but game over. GG.
Game over. I guess that's what we're doing now.
Handshake.